Welcome back to my podcast. My name is Senam. I am your life coach and I help you heal relationship trauma. If you're going through a painful divorce, if you have been divorced for a while and you're looking for ways to regain confidence, this is the place you want to come to get inspired, to have some tips to continue your journey. This morning, I am honored and thrilled to have one of my best friends with me, one person that I love most on this planet. Her name is Sylvia. Sylvia is a strong woman of God. She is from Nigeria. She is a mom of 4. She is a healthcare professional, an evangelist, a woman of God. She preaches, she is inspired. And Sylvia is here today to share her experience of moving from Nigeria to Europe, her struggles, and how she was able to overcome everything and be at the place where she is today as an example of courage, of resilience, and of joy and happiness. Despite everything that's going on around her, she is still happy and smiling. Welcome, my friend Sylvia. Welcome to the call.
God bless you, woman of God. I appreciate that. It's an honor to be here today.
Great. So today we want to talk about cultural shock. We want to talk about how it feels when you leave your home country, your family, your friends, and what you've ever known to come to live in a different continent, in a different country, and how do you navigate that journey as an African woman or a man, the expectation, the family life, and everything that you need to recreate here in Europe? So how do we experience that? That is the topic today. So first, I would like you, Sylvia, to tell us a little bit about your journey and explain to us when you came, how it was, how it felt, and how you were able to navigate that.
Hallelujah. Praise God.
Amen.
God for this wonderful call that we are sharing our experiences and everybody have their experience. My own experience is that I left Nigeria in 1995 to come to Europe. So my coming to Europe is a blessing, and at the beginning it wasn't so. According to the Bible, it said at the beginning it wasn't so. So I left my mom, my dad, everybody that I have bond with. That was easy. It was not easy for me to decide. Sometimes, even in that particular time that I want to leave Nigeria, everybody was, in fact, I was crying. 3 months when I get to Europe, I was still crying.
Wow.
So somebody said, "Hey, baby, why are you still crying?" Because the bond was much. I've grown with all my family, my culture and everything, and I'm stepping in to another culture that I don't even know how I'm going to navigate it. So it was a lot of trauma for me in that period. And I came to, in Spain, they don't speak English. That in that area. We are not even talking about the food right now. We are talking about how to communicate with the people. So you cannot communicate with someone when you don't know their language. The thing now become like deaf and dumb. Speak something, they don't understand what you are saying. There's no any other language to express your feelings to them because they don't understand English.
Mm-hmm.
They are even now. You can imagine that time.
85.
Yeah. So now, when you want to go and buy something, when you want to go and express yourself, you try to, and they want you to say it the way it is. They cannot help you to finish the word. When they are learning words, then as a parent, you know how to help them finish what they are about to say. But these people that they want you to say the way so it's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Talking like as if somebody is deaf and dumb. This is a sign. That is what we use that time. So it was a lot of struggle. Then now, talking about the people, they see you as both of you are not the same color. So now that is another thing. I don't want to say it the way it is. So that they are not the same color. So we all will understand that. So now they are seeing you as a person. Now you are talking about documents now. It's language. Now you want to find job. The job you want to find, you have to express yourself as well. You have to communicate. You don't have documents. You don't have the language. In fact, and you have to pay your bills. So it's a lot of things. Now your parents, they are expecting your family. Oh, my daughter have gone to abroad. I think before 6 months, 1 year, you start pumping money, put the pressure from home. Sometimes they will be asking you, what are you doing? My siblings, even my mother understand, but the rest people, they think, what is going on? traveled the other day. He brought this, he brought that. You are spending 1 year. What are you doing? Well, you better
Wow.
come home. A lot of pressure. I say, man, Jehovah. Sometimes they call you when you just came back from work, you want to sleep. Your phone will be ringing. We know that place is difficult. They don't know because another place, no matter how you tell them, they will not understand. You hear something, another thing, you experience it. It's a different ballgame on its own. You know, it's like somebody go to practical for, go to driving license. You go to the theory. Now what you study in the theory, you put into practice. That's what they call, before they give you the card. I mean,
License.
that is how we navigate. Then, thank God I got my documents. You have no any other choice than to speak the language. Because that is.
How is that for you? How is that experience for you? Because, you know, some of us, we come from English-speaking countries, and then we go to the UK, and some of us from French-speaking countries, and we come to France, for example. But you came from Nigeria, where the language is English, and you went to Spain. I mean, that is a huge gap. How do you navigate that? Or how are you able to go about that?
It was a lot to adapt. Right from the, what they call, they have two Ola. Ola, that is hello.
Okay.
They will say or keta. So we'll not find the one that is easy. Hello.
Okay.
How are you? So understand that is, you know, how are you?
Okay.
Then the other the same. They'll say Ola keta.
Okay.
So we not pick the one that is Ola keta because it's shorter, it's easy. You would say Ola como estas. This one is too long. So we are looking.
That's a good one. You try to go to the shortcut with the language.
This is the same. So only the Senegal people there in Spain. Always Ola keta. Say como estas. It's too long.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
The Malians, that is how they greet people. Say Ola keta. It's more shorter. We find the one that is more easier for us. People know the language. They will try to understand what we are trying to say. It make you sometimes angry and frustrating because you try to explain. The person is not getting what you are saying. Even one of my brothers said, I'm not coming to Spain. I say, why? I say, because the language barrier is too much.
Wow.
That waste many years. Where it's supposed to reach, you can't reach there.
Yes.
Because it's giving you a limit. You know how to do the job, but the language you are not communicating. Yes, soap. You go and bring orange. They cannot send you in your working place. So go and bring what they call material to wash. Bring material for that thing. If frustrate because they can't help you. You can't help them because the language is to communicate.
So that is difficult as a person to adapt in that environment, to speak the language, to understand what they're asking from you, and to be able to adjust to that situation. What are the tips you will give to somebody who is coming from an English-speaking country to a country where the language is completely different?
Yeah, then one, as you enter the country, don't always focus on money. Go to their language school. What is wrong with us? Excuse me. We came from Africa. We are expecting money. Money will come. Money will come. Even when they put you in the school, you are thinking about money. When they ask you questions, they say, "What did you say?" You know, because your mind is just calculating money. But what is this? That it's good that we have money because you are paying bills. Yes. You understand? So people will go to governments that they don't have place to stay. Government, please help us and all that. They will calm down because let me say the 3 years like waste. You understand? 3 or 5 years before you
just to learn the language,
navigate into the system. Wow. Why? Because calm down to settle down to say, okay, let me learn the language first. It will be easier than you just doing cut and nail that I want to find job, I want to work, I want to get money, all those things. At the end of the day, the language will be cracking you as you are going.
So it's better to focus first on the language and the documents, and then you enter the world of that. I think that is a very wise advice. That is very interesting, to focus first on the foundation. Even if it's in England, even if it's in an English speaking country, sometimes it's not exactly the same way. English is not our mother tongue. So we have learned English, and sometimes there are some gap between even some things that you don't really understand here, and even the culture in itself. The culture is different. The way people relate to each other is really not the same as how we do in Africa. That is also something you need to learn, not just the language. Do you have a word around the culture, the food, the communication, how to relate to people in a different culture?
Social
skills, yeah.
Skills. Everything is skills in this world.
Exactly.
You have to learn it to enable to navigate your life so that it will be more. Yeah, So concern social, like Spain, socially they are fine. For despite that we have different color. Yeah, they are welcoming. In other words, when you come in, they feel for you that you are a foreigner. Yeah. So socially, where I was in Spain, it's just like a village that we know each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know that they know how to watch out for you. Something is happening. It's not like Nigeria that they will help you to, how will I say it? That somebody is, for example, two people they will not come into the center and start separating you guys. They will call the police.
Okay.
They will call you so that they will come and take care of you guys. So anything is happening in your house that is not okay, they will call police to see if you are okay. You understand? So now, concerning the food, you are coming from a country that we like swallow jollof rice, fried rice, and all that. You are coming from that kind of a country. You are coming to meet where you will do toast bread, where you will do all those small cake, where you will take coffee. You start behaving like them. It will be easy because you want to wake up early in the morning and start eating puree or padediam, whatever. At the end of the day, if you don't have money to afford it, you will bounce back to their culture. We start how you can eat it. It's not easy to adapt. Me, I can't stay 3 days I don't eat swallow. I must find how I will find padediam or puree. And even though it's vegetable, maybe like spinach, just to have what I grow up with, But little by little, we adapt to them that, this thing is good. Let us test it. Adaptation is very good to adapt. Try your best to say, okay, let me learn it. Don't just look at it and say, I don't like it. You haven't tasted it. Don't know it. I see how it is, So, okay, this one is good, So, for example, like a public bus, you have to know how to navigate your way. If not, you enter the wrong bus, you go to the wrong side.
Wow.
And for you to come back home is another bargain on its own. So what are we talking about now? So the bus, you have to know the system. You see about entering the system. Study them so that you don't fall into the trap that you don't supposed to fall into. You don't carry your culture into another person's country and start behaving like that. This is not your place. Advice is that when you enter a country, they said if you are in Rome, behave as a Roma. This place is for. So they want to buy tickets for bus inside the bus and think that is our father that owns the bus. No, Africa. Buy the ticket, click it, and sit down. It's just a peaceful kind of life. Adapt to it. You want to find a shortcut. If you cannot buy tickets, walk with your leg. That is why God give us leg to walk. And that for us as well when you walk instead of trouble because of that.
Yeah. That is very good advice. So I want to ask you something. When you try to adjust to the culture, when you do your best, food wise, cultural, social wise, work wise, you try to adapt, you do your best to adapt. What I've realized is that sometimes people get lost in that process. It's not easy for them to reconnect to their own identity. And they get to a point where they don't even know who they are anymore as human beings, as a person coming from a culture. And you are in this you have this mixed feelings of being an African, having your African values, and being in this culture with these values. How do you navigate also that to still be yourself, to still have your strong identity as an African man and African woman, and still and still navigate this culture successfully and not become somebody that you don't recognize in the mirror anymore?
Yeah. It's a big struggle, But the thing is that be intentional, low self-esteem, because they are like you. Because when you see them like God, because you are coming from Africa, they are color is different from you, you now put them in a very high esteem and bring yourself down, you will have that low self-esteem, even when they are intimidating talk. Yeah. But when you don't do that, you know who you are and be intentional. I here because I am pursuing this. I came here because I want a greener pasture. You don't come to intimidate. Somebody that don't have that spirit to accept intimidation in another country, he or she will not accept it. So in any way, don't matter the color you are, we are still human. So when you are navigating life, be intentional. Know who they are human being like you. Have the decision to say, okay, this is what I want to do. You're not going to the other person they say the fuck you're not supposed to do that. You are doing it. No, you say no. And we're in a country that you have right to say, I'm not doing this thing.
Yes.
It's not like back home that they can force you to do anything because of the way it is. But in Europe, they can't force you per se physically to do this thing, you have the right to say no. What they call it, animal. You cannot force human being because God has given us the will to say no. That is why He give us life. He say choose life so that you will not die. So He give us the will to choose. If God did not force us, why would they force us? Thank God. So when you are navigating this, for you not to lose your self-esteem, know who you are. If you don't know who you are, if you don't have love for yourself, anybody can manipulate that person.
Exactly.
Not only country, human own. No matter if they know that you don't know who you are and you cannot use your sense and you don't love yourself. If that person notices that, it will use it to manipulate that person.
Exactly. So it starts from us, from knowing who we are and being strongly aligned with our own values first, and then being intentional. I love that. I really love that. That wisdom is a great one. It encompasses everything in a way that whatever situation you are in, you find yourself in, if you know who you are, you always come back to yourself. You won't get lost in somebody else's projection, in somebody else's vision of you. You know why you are in this country, you know what you came for, and you know what you're pursuing in this country. So you stick to that, you have a strong mindset, and you move forward. So I think this is something so important that we need to reinforce in all our African folks' mind, that we need to come back to ourselves, have a strong identity to be able to navigate this continent and this environment. This is so great. Thank you so much. I want to talk a little bit about relationship now. You know, I'm a relationship coach. So I know you told me that you got married in this country, in Europe, and navigating relationships in Europe, how does that feel? You know, we often marry people from our own culture and we try to make it work in this environment. Sometimes the roles are different, the expectations are different. We have seen our mothers live different lives back in Africa, and that is what we know. So we try and reproduce that here in Europe, but sometimes it doesn't work. There's a frictions because the roles are not the same. Women have more power here than men, maybe sometimes. And sometimes I also have men on consultation who are lost. They don't know their places anymore. They don't know how to balance things in this environment. What would you say around that?
It's a very broad topic, but I will try my best.
Yes, we'll come back on this.
That word balance is a capital word in relationship. It's like you have capital to start business. It's a capital word in relationship. To balance, it's not you will balance money, you balance emotion, you balance family, you will balance yourself, you will balance everything, your career, your goals is going to be balanced. And if it's not balanced, it's going to be like weighing to one side. And when something weighing to one side, there's a tendency for that thing to crash. So now, for my own side, from Spain to UK where I am now, I gave birth to my children, the three of them in. So my daughter that I started giving birth with, she's this December she'll be 22.
Okay.
In fact, just like I've lived all my life in Europe, streets in my country, I don't know it anymore. When I'm here in UK, I will describe street for person in Spain more than 90. I don't know anywhere in Nigeria.
So interesting, yeah.
I've lived almost all my life. So I say my mom, according to my brother, because I brought my brother here in Denmark. He said, this woman, my sister, is living like white person. The majority of my reason is not like Nigeria per se, because I've left home for a long time. If I'm not relating, I still relate perfectly, but I now behave more like European than more Nigerian. So back to relationship matter. Me, I'm having a distance relationship now. Anyway, I'm here now, let me say 5 years in December. So since then, we have been in, what they call it, a distant relationship, me and my partner, or me and my husband. So he is still in Spain. My children, we are here in the UK. So I travel more than 5 times. It's not easy to be in relationship that is a distance relationship. There are some things that you people need to say that will not bring quarrel. Since this, it can bring quarrel. It can bring misunderstanding, right? So the whole thing is that when you know who you marry, how to navigate things right.
Exactly.
Because the overwhelming of taking care of children alone, like me, it's not easy. He himself there will be saying he is lonely. It's not easy as well. So everybody is like, you are your own word, I'm my own word. You don't understand me, I don't understand you.
Yeah.
But with the children, you're not supposed to be lonely. You are with this, that kind of a thing. So if the understanding is not there, the thing will break.
Exactly.
Because the understanding it's not balanced. The thing is that the one that is with children have more responsibility to take care of, and if cannot take, she herself cannot take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
That is the video I make. I said kudos to them, because it's not easy. It's more because single mother, single father, it's not easy.
Exactly.
When the child is okay, you are not okay. When the child is going to school, I've done a school errand right now before I came to this life. You have to take care of things. God forbid the child is not okay. You have to run to hospital. This, that, many things. If the child did not sleep, you will not sleep. You are going to work the next day. Doesn't matter. So, relationship is not what you just enter when you don't understand the person you are going to meet. Nothing to be your cross forever.
Exactly.
It's better our prayer partner than the person that become a prayer point. That again, when you marry somebody that is right, is a prayer partner. When you marry the wrong person, become a prayer point. You will start praying, oh, where is this man? Oh, my husband, change him. Oh, my wife. Father, I beg, change him. It now become a prayer point. A prayer. Both of you are praying together. Praying together. Praying together for one goal. Pray together for one thing. It's not good to start praying against each other. We fight. We don't fight against each other.
That's very important.
Understanding or the basic of the marriage is a problem already. Is having issue.
Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing that, because a lot of us also have distance relationship, not just with partner like you and your husband. You are in UK and Spain. Most of my people I talk to, they have their partner back in Africa, and that's a whole story altogether, right? When you don't, you don't even, you can't just take the plane and go like you travel 5 times and you still have the connection. But some of them, they don't have that connection. They just on the phone, on the WhatsApp, just trying to pursue this relationship. I think that is really an important point you're raising. How do you navigate that when you have a distant relationship? I think this can be a topic of a whole podcast that we can have together. So I'm pinning that on my board. We'll come back on that point another time. But I want to talk about the kids now. How do you navigate the education of the kids? We still want to ingrain in them our values as Africans, but yet they are in a completely different environment, and the schools are telling them something different. They have friends. We are in a different environment. We know as kids how we have been brought up. We have the stick, and we have been bitten, most of us. But here you cannot do that. You cannot even raise your hands, let alone your voice on your kids. So how do you navigate that? What are your thoughts around that?
Discipline don't only come with flogging. Yes, discipline don't only come with flogging. Like my daughter, she said she know that I'm going to have this talk with you. She said one thing yesterday, because there's children in UK. There are some schools that are celebrating Halloween today.
Yes.
So my daughter just came to my room. We said, "Hi, mommy. I remember the time we were in Spain. She was 10, 11 years then.
Okay.
He said there was something that happened. Me, I've already forgotten those, but she remembered. You know, children. He said, Mommy, he said, that day I was trying. She just wake up in the morning. He said, Mommy, happy Halloween. That is what.
In a pastor evangelist home, tell me how did that turn out? Seeing the demons, the devil, and everything.
He want you to start banding and casting a calabash. When she talk yesterday, I was laughing. She laughed. She followed the show. I said, why are you bringing this matter? He said, because today we're celebrating Halloween in the school. He said that period, there was something that they practiced in their school, in their class.
Okay.
So she was them. He said, but the day after, in fact, that very day that they are going to school, to go and manifest what they practice now, she just wake up and say, Mommy, happy. He said that one remind me that today is Halloween, you are not going to school today. You know, instead, Mommy stand firm. Say this thing demonic.
What was
you don't
going
need
on
to
for you? Tell me, what was going on for you as a mother when you heard that, and as a Christian when you heard that?
A woman of God. That day, my daughter did not. In fact, two of them, the boy and the girl, they did not go to school.
Okay.
Because they excited and said, we don't celebrate this. We celebrate Jesus. The Bible teaching that I stand firm.
Okay.
You understand? She still remembers it now.
So,
he said, I'm going to.
Okay, what are your view on that today? Will you still do the same thing? After years being in this country, would you still stand on that firmly as you did before?
I could have done that, you know, I could have done that. But now she understands that it's not really something we need to celebrate. Understand? Always the things that they are dead whatsoever, and many of them, they are ignorant of it. Much is because they don't know what they are doing. According to our Lord Jesus Christ, say, Lord, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. Me, I would say we are in this world, we are not part of this world. Now, even though you allow your child to go to school that day, pray for your child. Anoint your child, because we are in school, we are not part of some things that they are doing that is not of God in the school. Yes. We pray for the teachers, for many of them don't know what they are doing. We are doing to pray for them and to anoint our children, to pray for our children. Let them go into the world. It's of God to protect them from any initiation. And like we are in the world, but we are not from the world, right? We are not part of what they are doing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So that's a very good experience. And the way you stand firm when you just came, and the vision you have today, it's a little bit different. Though you still have the same values, but you understand the environment, you understand the culture, and you know that it's maybe something done from ignorance more than intentionally on the kids. So I think that is powerful. That is something you have learned through the time, and that's wonderful. I want to address one more thing, is the expectation people or family have from us when we are in Europe. You know, that is a huge one. When we come here, like you said in the beginning, they expect you after 1 month to start pumping money, and they expect you to come and to send them money and to, take over everything because you are in Europe. And a lot of people, they get lost in that expectation and building their own life here. So what would you say to those kind of people struggling with that, with people expecting things from them and they also trying to build a life here? What would be the best advice you'll give them?
My advice for them is that let them pressure you. Don't let them pressure you. Because when you are on pressure, or when they are pressuring you, you can do anything that is not in your mind to do, because you want to please them. So you are the one that will make them to understand. When it happened to me, I told my siblings or my mom, I said, nobody should call me around this time, so time. Because you don't know what I'm going through here. Sometimes I just came back from work. Let me just take rest. Now you are calling me, you wake me up, I can't sleep. So what are you looking for? It's looking for money. Nobody is dying. On that thing, I want to tell you that nobody will die if you do not pick that call. Like me, if I want to sleep, I put my phone total silence. I will not even know whether it ring 100 times, because it's very important. Now I know better. But then what I did, I'm telling you now, I told them not to call me so time, because you are the one that have the control. If you allow them to control you, because their mentality is in Africa. Yours, they say traveler is part of education. Now you are educated in this area, that their time and your time is not the same. So don't let them use time to manipulate you. It will affect you because you are the one working the money. So don't be one take 2 jobs, 2 shifts, and start working 12 to 12. You are not resting. God forbid anything happen to you. They will not come from Africa to help you. Because since the breadwinner of the house, make sure you're okay. Because if you don't stand, you can't help somebody that is down to raise that person up. So you have to stand first before you now raise another person. When you are standing, building yourself, they might be complaining. They say you should to them, send money to them out of what you have. Me, I borrow money to send to Africa. I will not tell person. You understand? Because at the end of the day, they are taking us for granted. You understand? Because they don't understand how Europe is. So you make them to understand. So I set a boundary. Whatsoever you are looking for, this is my project. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I have to pay my rent. Not that they are dragging me rent. You can't send money from Africa to give me. So to pay my rent, I have to eat, I have to take my bus, whatsoever it is. Make sure you bring all those things to the table, because that is that is what you are going to do for yourself to be comfortable. Then the rest one you send to them. So let them go and do so. Sometimes we pamper them to the extent our people in Africa don't want to do anything because they are expecting money that is coming from abroad. Instead of them to put their eyes on the one above, they are expecting something from abroad. So what we need to do more is that the one you want to set up business for, if you have the money, set up business for that person. Oh yeah, go. Then you have another one, you do it like that. And some people, I want to trip this in. Because of family in Africa, they don't want to settle down to marry. You don't need them to control it. You want to marry, time come. You are ready for it because this is you. Plan your life. If you want to marry, marry. Some people, they are 40-something years. It's not they realize they could have married then. The one they're supposed to marry, a man they're supposed to marry, a woman they're supposed to marry, they use it as a boyfriend or girlfriend instead of marriage. And that time have passed. And when it takes the grace of God for it to connect again.
Exactly.
But I'm giving hope by the grace of God, anyone that is listening to us right now, no matter the mistake you have made in past, yeah, is a mistake. Sometimes we don't know. You don't plan for it. Then dust yourself and move on. God is there to help. But don't use that one to start being depressed and all that. It will not bring solution. At the end of the day, depression will be bringing all kind of sickness that I don't supposed to bring. Person that will still suffer it. Rest will move as if nothing happened. Let us balance that. Moving forward, work the work you can work. Don't enter different shifts because of somebody or because of anything.
That is
you know you want to sleep. You want to eat food, eat good food. Don't eat junk food, because many of us we just do food that according to Nigeria say pa. Just go to fast food, eat it. You are just rushing. No, have time. It's very important. Have time. If you don't have time for yourself, you don't do it for yourself, you do it for you. And the body will fall. But when you eat well, you will do a research how to eat well. Now, me, I'll be doing exercise, but now I run in gym.
Wow. I love that.
I have to learn how to start swimming at my age. That's what I'm saying. Only person that is too late for is person that is dead.
Amen.
So as long as we are still alive, even at 60, I just started uni. I'm doing business management now. Wow. So I'm doing my best to be happy. You happy? Nobody. If you expect husband, you expect wife to bring happiness to you, it's going to lead to frustration. Because they said they are not happy. Why would they give you happiness? You don't have it.
I love that. I love that so much. Thank you, Sylvia, for sharing all this with us. I think the end, you've just summed it up well. No one is going to make you happy. You are the source of your own happiness. You have to find ways to make yourself happy. And that is what we have been sharing all along through our sessions and all through our therapy group and everything. Happiness doesn't come from other people, doesn't come from circumstances. Happiness is something you create from within. And as children of God, as Christians, as people who believe in God, we also have that source, that hope that God is with us, and we know that God is with us. God is taking care of us. Our needs are being met because we are children of God. So thank you so much for bringing so much wisdom to this podcast today. I really love everything you've said, and so inspiring. And if you are somebody, a man or a woman looking at us, hearing us today, and if you also feel lost between the cultures, struggling with your relationship, with your children, with family expectations back home, now you know that you are not alone. We have been through that. We have learned through that. And this is the place we really want to create great conversation around those topics. If you are inspired, you can subscribe to this channel. I will put Sylvia's also channel down this video so you can go and check her work, what she does, her inspiration, everything that she's giving out there for free. I think Sylvia is very inspiring. Check her up and subscribe to her link, to her channel, and to this channel. Like this video and share it with somebody who really needs to hear this message today. So thank you again, Sylvia, for sharing this moment with me. I would love to have you again on this podcast. We'll have another time to share about so many other topics. So thank you for watching us, and have a wonderful day. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.